The potential use of Ripplet to process payments has been brought up by St. Louis Federal Reserve Branch Senior Vice President David Antifolto, who has stressed that XRP is essential to the functioning of Ripplet. Not long ago, the U.S. Federal Reserve made news when it said it would be utilizing XRP, hand over payment processing to an intermediary, such as Ripple. The value of XRP might skyrocket, perhaps reaching $10,000 as a result of this incident. It's important to note that the Federal Reserve's move is not unexpected. The central bank made a formal statement recognizing XRP and XLM's value a few weeks or maybe a month ago, may be able to improve their FedNow payment services blockchain component. Thanks to its groundbreaking open-source financial transaction technology and novel cross-border payment mechanisms, Ripple is becoming quite popular. The Federal Reserve is contemplating incorporating Ripple's technology. It is currently widely believed that payment services will be a major factor in XRP's value reaching unprecedented heights. Money Family, your reliable source for all things XRP, greets you. Please join our group by clicking the like, subscribe, and notify buttons before we start. We will be giving away a substantial sum of XRP after we reach 60,000 followers. These 3 easy actions will allow you to place your bid. Send a remark through the website for making money to ensure our place. Let's get right down to the point of today's discussion, which is the partnership between Ripple and the Federal Reserve. According to the study's first section, the Faster Payment Task Force approach, which was publicly disclosed on the Federal Reserve website, Ripple is an essential aspect of the process for deciding on payment methods. Work together with the Federal Reserve to find, in this research, we look at Ripple and how it can facilitate instantaneous cross-border payments. These transfers usually take around 2 to 4 days and might be difficult to track and understand the associated fees. To change this, Ripple lets you see the whole status of payments and fees, settles them instantly, and then learns more. The role that Ripple plays in facilitating collaboration between major financial institutions and Ripple is extensively covered in this paper. These institutions include the Bank of England, the Federal Reserve, and the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority. Lots of stuff that people can read when they have a moment to themselves lend credence to this. The collaboration between Ripple and the Federal Reserve has been expanded to encompass funds within the United States system for domestic fund transfers. Additionally, the report delves into Ripple Labs' innovations that have revolutionized payment processing at its core, particularly their global free real-time settlement system. The existing system will be replaced by Ripple's decentralized peer-to-peer settlement structure, which the Federal Reserve plans to adopt and use, techniques for transferring funds. Looking back, it seems like there were hints of this change much earlier. During a Federal Reserve episode on Fox News about examining a digital U.S. around a year ago, the Ripple logo was prominently shown by the Federal Reserve Board, the Bank of International Settlements, BI. By adding Ripple to their roster of shadow partners, settlements, BIS has shown their interest in Ripple's technology. It becomes clear that the Bank of International Settlements, BIS, controls a considerable amount of the world's wealth when you delve more into the fascinating arena of international banking. The introduction of Ripple to this industry is a critical step. The quotes came from the U.S. Department of the Interior. Reportedly, this effort for detail-oriented individuals is being led by Jess Chan, a senior council member at the Frederickshire Board of Governors and a former deputy general counsel at Ripple. Everything fits together neatly, and there's a lot to unpack here. Sure, but That's not all. Recent warnings from the Federal Reserve indicate that banks may suffer financial losses as a result of increasing interest rates and real estate market pressures. It seems like BRICS and the EU will utilize XRP. And it's intriguing since they've been talking about this with many partners since early March. The following may come as a surprise to some of you. Even more impressively, the EU has claimed that XRP will underpin the future digital euro, with wealth transactions being managed on the XRP ledger. This claim is backed by other reports, which indicate that the value of XRP is about to skyrocket. A well-known analyst predicts that it will soon hit $500.50 and could even surpass. Now that the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit is out of the way, the XRP story is clearly evolving at a quick pace as Ripple is collaborating with the BRICS nations to build their central bank digital currency on the XRP platform. Some have speculated that Arthur Berto, a co-founder of Ripple, came up with the concept as word of it spread throughout the globe banking institution. There are signs of Ripple's vast network across each of the BRICS nations, which we will analyze more thoroughly. And BRICS support digital money will be an important tool for global banking. We will begin our tour in Brazil, the site of a major event. In partnership with Ripple, Brazil has introduced an innovative cryptocurrency on-demand liquidity solution. With the help of Ripple Labs, Russia's financial technology landscape has progressed considerably since SWIFT rejected the country's request to use its payment system. Next, we'll talk about Russia, where President Putin has changed his approach to ditch the US dollar and the petrodollar, as there's plenty of proof of its a system for XRP making a CBDC or digital currency for the Russian central bank is the goal. In addition to going against SWIFT's prohibition, this move takes advantage of the decentralized XRP ledger to keep Russia engaged in international banking while it concentrates on India. Powering India's massive digital rupee initiative is another major project is being led by Ripple. This collaboration shows that Ripple Labs technology is central to this project, which is a big step for India's attempts to build a global CBDC, even though China has joined the fight and is partnering with Ripple to join the world of digital currencies issued by state banks. Much the same holds true in Africa, where a study conducted in 2022 on blockchain technology shows that CBDCs are becoming increasingly important on the XRP ledger. Over a dozen African countries, including South Africa, reportedly use Ripple and XRP to make payments. The extensive use of the ledger with BRICS shows how important it is becoming to the banking sector in Africa. One of the best digital assets for payment services is XRP, according to a new BRICS report. Numerous price estimates for XRP have been made recently, further establishing its status as a major participant in the digital currency industry. In light of recent events, when prominent financial experts project that XRP would hit $500.50, it is reasonable to undertake thorough study, and a few of these predictions piqued our interest. We came upon an interesting source throughout our inquiry. Notable